Hello everyone and welcome back to another session of Office Hours. My name is Adrian and we are continuing our delve into getting you ready, getting your website set up and Groundhogg ready to handle the masses of people rushing to your store to buy whatever it is that you're selling. So this is part 4 of 6 of our Black Friday series. We're going to talk about some great Black Friday strategies today, and then we're going to switch gears and go into a regular Q&A session or Q&A section of Office Hours. So this session will be recorded and is being recorded. It's going to be posted to YouTube as well as to Groundhogg Academy. If you have questions at any point during the stream, I implore you to head into the live comment section area and you can ask your question there just by typing it out. I'm going to read that question and then we'll tackle it live here on the call. And if you're just joining me, why don't you go into that comment section and just let us know where you're calling in from today or where you're joining us from today. Just say hello. I'd love to acknowledge your presence. So before we dive into all of the good Black Friday stuff, just a couple of announcements about our plans, Groundhogg's plans for Black Friday. First and foremost, all affiliates got a 20% commission increase for the November Black Friday period. So all the way up until November 30th at midnight, all affiliates and certified partners have been or have received a 10% increase to their commission rate. So there are some excellent incentives right now for affiliates who want to earn some extra cash in November and they want to also promote Groundhogg because it is a great product. We are bringing back, or we have brought back, the 3-year deal, which is actually currently available. So if you are loving Groundhogg and you want to or you know that you're going to be renewing in the future, it may be worthwhile to check out our 3-year pricing. So the 3-year pricing essentially is a buy 2 years, get 1 free deal. So you can extend your license key for a period of 3 years, but only pay for 2 of them. So if you know if you're going to be using Groundhogg in your business for the next several years, then you can save essentially the entire year fee just by pre-investing in that time. So for 3 years of agency, that would normally cost almost $3,000, but you can get it for just under 2, so almost $1,000 worth of savings right there. So this is currently available, and if you're an affiliate, what you can do is you can promote that deal and earn some pretty great commission on a single sale. So if someone buys 3 years of agency through your link, you can earn just shy of $600 on a single referral, which I think is pretty outstanding. So here are some potential earnings based on the 3-year and based on our regular plans as well, based on the new commission rates for November. So pretty great numbers all around. And if you feel like you might be able to make that work and might be able to get some good results by being an affiliate for Groundhogg, you can use this link to go sign up. Being an affiliate is absolutely free. You do not necessarily need an account, although we recommend it. But that is how you can earn some extra cash for November. All right, with that said, let's jump into the nitty-gritty, the actual stuff that we're here for, learning about how we can get our business ready for Black Friday. Today, we are going to be handling abandoned cart recovery. We were supposed to be doing selling to existing customers, but I felt that it was more important to get the cart recovery stuff in place first. So let's talk about how we can set up a specific cart recovery sequence for Black Friday. You might already have one that's kind of just running in perpetuity year round, but I find that it is probably going to be worthwhile to set up a specific funnel or specific cart recovery sequence for Black Friday. So today, setting up your abandoned cart recovery. Don't let sales slip through the cracks. Close more sales with cart recovery. So let's jump into it. This is going to be a show and tell episode here. So I'm going to open up a demo site where I've pre-installed Groundhogg, the Groundhogg WooCommerce integration as well as WooCommerce, which I will be using for this particular demonstration. So I have a funnel here. I've just started from scratch. I've called it BFCM 2020 Cart Recovery. And I have two starting benchmarks in here. I have one product added to cart. So this is when someone adds something to your WooCommerce cart. And then we have a product purchased benchmark as well. And I have it set to any product purchase, but you might want to specify that to being a specific product that you might have available for Black Friday. So if you have specific products available on sale for Black Friday, you might want to add all those to a category like Black Friday category, and then you can select the categories that you want. But for this demonstration, I'm just going to leave it to any product and assume that all the products that I have in my store are on sale. So the first thing that we are going to do immediately following the product added to cart benchmark is we are going to have a delay timer. And this delay timer is we're going to set for a few hours. Why a few hours? Well, if we send emails immediately after someone adds something to the cart, what's going to happen is that they're going to get an email with instructions to go purchase before they've even reached the checkout page, and we don't want that. We want to allow there to be some downtime, because let's say it takes 5 minutes to go through your checkout process for whatever reason. We want there to be a little bit of downtime to enable that person to go through the checkout process. Why might it take a little bit longer than instantly? Well, they need to walk across their house to go find their wallet to get their credit card, or they need to move some money into an account, or there's lots of reasons why a checkout process might take a little bit longer than instantaneously. So we want to give this person the benefit of the doubt and give them a few hours to actually complete that purchase process. So we're going to wait a few hours following their add to cart action. And if they haven't checked out within the 3 hours, then that's when we can assume that something got in the way of them actually purchasing, and we're going to need them to recover their cart to continue the process. So let's go ahead and we're going to add a new email. We are just going to create a new one. I'm going to call this BFCM 2020, and that's for Black Friday, Cyber Monday 2020. And then cart recovery, and then I'm just going to do number 1 because I can't think of an interesting name at the moment. And we are going to use the subject line, we're holding onto your cart with the Black Friday discount. So we were assuming that they would have checked out with the Black Friday discount, so we are going to mention that in our email subject line to remind them that there is a current Black Friday incentive for them to continue the purchase process. In our email, we are going to again mention what that discount is. We noticed you've left a few items in your cart. And then there is there's a special replacement code for WooCommerce where we can actually merge in the cart contents. And there it is right there. So we've noticed you've left a few items in your cart. This will actually list the items that were previously in their cart. Until November 30th, or whenever your Black Friday sale ends, you can get whatever your discount is. Let's say it's 25% off your purchase. And then we are going to add the restore cart URL. And what this is going to do is it's going to take them back to the checkout process where they left off with all of the items that they had in their cart. So everything that's in here will be automatically re-added to their cart once they click this link. And it works cross-platform, which means that if they start the checkout process on their phone, but later they're on their desktop and they're reading through their email, the link on their desktop will actually repopulate their cart and set their tracking cookies and everything. So it's all set up and it's a seamless process of continuation. So some pretty fancy stuff going on there in the background. Black Friday will not last forever because there is a time limitation. We want to remind them. And this is especially useful if you have stock limitation. So if you have a specific number or a specific stock number for any particular item because you're shipping physical goods, or let's say you're running a course with a physical number of spots that are taken up, and it's not just kind of like a pre-recorded course, it's a live course, we can mention that there is a space and or a stock limitation. So Black Friday will not last forever, and let's say, let's go with courses. Selling out quickly. Claim your spot before they are all gone. Something like that. Essentially, we're going to nail down that that Black Friday is a super popular selling period. There's a discount, there's a time limitation, and there is also a space and or quantity limitation. Will you be taking action? And then some sort of engaging question, and then your signature. Something like that. Hi, first, we've noticed you left a few items in your cart. Until November 30th, you can get 25% off your purchase. Black Friday will not last forever, and courses are selling out quickly. Claim your spot before they are all gone. Will you be taking action? Question mark. You can go ahead and mark that as ready. Click the create button, change whatever the sender name is, and then we can go ahead and close that out and then save that email. And that's email number 1. The next thing we're going to do is, well, we're going to add another email. And we're going to send this out, let's say 1 day later. So 1 day later, and let's get another email going. Send email. Create new. I'm going to select the previous email just to work off of because it has all the replacement codes and stuff in it already. And we're going to do number 2. Again, we're going to hammer down on that quantity and or time limitation. So let's go with we're experiencing crazy traffic. Courses are selling out. Maybe because your, let's assume that your website is being flooded by an influx of Black Friday traffic, which is a good thing, which means that if you have a course or a product defined by quantity limitations, the more traffic, the more likely it is that it's going to sell out. So anybody who previously had any of those items in their cart may want to factor that into their purchase or decision-making process. So we're experiencing crazy traffic. Courses are selling out. We've noticed you've left, or no, we used that last email, so let's change it up. Hi first. Still thinking about what you left behind, and then the cart contents. Our website is under siege with throngs of traffic because of our Black Friday discounts, which can get you 25% off your purchase or enrollment or whatever it is. That's kind of like your action. We are going to call on them to check out or claim your spot. With that restore cart URL, and we can link that just like that. Claim your spot now, exclamation mark. Spots are selling out and we can't hold your spot for you. I don't know what can't all is, but that's not what I meant to spell. There we go. Can't hold your spot for you. And then your signature. Short, to the, sweet, and to the point. That is going to be email number 2. And again, this doesn't have to be specifically for courses. This can be for physical products or software products or digital products or coaching sessions. Really, I'm just using courses as kind of like the example, but essentially what we want to be nailing down on is the time limitation or the quantity limitation. If there is no quantity and or time limitation, then the vast majority of sales that you're going to experience during the Black Friday period are probably going to be in the last few days. At least I know that's true for my own business because it's a software product and it's kind of hard to put quantity limitations on software products. But since there's a time limitation, which is November 30th, everybody kind of just like waits till that point unless they have larger incentives to act earlier. Food for thought. All right, so we are going to close out this second email, which is going to go right there. And now we have a choice. We can continue adding additional cart recovery emails that are kind of just like delay based. But I'm going to switch over to date-based timers at this point. So you can add more delay-based ones like day after, day after, day after, day after, day after. But as I had mentioned, if you're in a situation where there's no real quantity limitation that you can place on your products or on your courses, then the vast majority of sales happen in the later stage of November. So how do we remind people, or how do we keep on top of people that had previously added items to their cart that they're running out of time in order to actually make some sort of purchase action? And we use that using date timers, which will require the advanced features extension as well. So it's just this one here. Date timer looks like a calendar. Let's open that up. And we are going to essentially just choose dates near the end. So let's say we want to remind these people during the last 3 days of November. So the 20th, 29th, and the 30th. So we can set one for the 28th to go out at 9 a.m. And let's get one. We'll change this name to the 29th, or the 28th rather. 28th. And this one will be the 29th. And then we'll have one go out on the 30th at 9 a.m. And we'll also have one I'll have that one say a.m. and then 30th p.m. and we'll set this to go out at something like 7 p.m. or something like that. There we go. So we have all of these date timers set up. And now what we get to do is we get to add our emails in between, and we really get to harp on the time limitation of your Black Friday deal. So let's go ahead and we'll drag in an email step here. Let's create a new email. We'll base it off of this one. Number 3, and this one is for the 28th. Just like that. That's a bad subject line. Let's go with Black Friday is almost gone. Only 3 days left. Hi first. You still have the following in your cart. And then we are going to merge in the cart contents. You're running out of time to make a decision. The Black Friday deal is not going to last forever. Until November 30th, get 25% off the above. Finish checking out now. And there is the restore cart URL. And that is it for this particular email. Again, just harping on that continuous time limitation that you have for your product or for your deal, which is November 30th. And we're sending this out on the 28th, so there's only 3 days left. And we are mentioning that in the subject line here. So let's go ahead and mark that as ready. And I think we're good to go. Close that out. And we are going to send one on the 29th. We're going to send one on the 30th on the AM, and we're going to send one on the 30th in the PM. And all of these ones here, so the one on the 29th, are all just essentially going to be iterations of the 28th email. So create new email. My email's the one that's on the 28th. This one is the 29th. Number 4. 2 days left to get 25% off. Still thinking about the things you could accomplish with the cart contents. You're running out of time to make a decision. Black Friday is not going to last forever until November 30th. Get 25% off. Finish checking out. Again, the next few emails are simply just iterations of that. Time is running out, really harping on the time limitation. Ready, update, close out. And then from there, it's fairly straightforward. So date, email, date, email. The last email I will cover. So this will be, or should be, email number 6 at this point. And this is on the 30th in the PM. This is your very last chance to get 25% off for Black Friday. The deal ends at midnight tonight. This is the last call for you to make an executive decision about whether you want 25% off your cart, and then the cart contents. After midnight tonight, there will be no more deal available, and it is highly unlikely that you will see a discount like this again in the near future. And we're going to end off with our restore cart URL. And that is our Black Friday cart recovery sequence. So let's go ahead and update that. Update. And we are all good here. Our nice, short, sweet email. Let's walk through what's going on. So when someone adds something to their cart, let's get rid of all of these copies though, just so it's not dizzying to look at. There we go. Update that. So when someone adds a product to their cart and they have their tracking cookie, they've opted in somewhere probably, or hopefully through your pre-Black Friday opt-in that we set up in the first part of this Black Friday series, they will be added to this cart recovery funnel. We are going to wait a few hours because we're going to provide that person time to actually go through the checkout process. There are lots of reasons why a checkout process might take a few minutes. They have to go find their credit card, or their credit card isn't working, or their mom calls, or there's plenty of reasons why someone might get distracted and have that checkout process take longer than it needs to. And a lot of those reasons can just end up in them abandoning the checkout process, especially during Black Friday when people are getting to the cart page and they're trying to figure out how much their shipping costs and yada, yada, yada. There's so many factors that would result in an abandoned cart. And we want to make sure that doesn't happen. So we're going to wait 3 hours to just provide them some time. And if they don't check out within 3 hours, we were going to assume that something got in the way. It could be shipping costs, could be their mom called, again, credit cards, lots of reasons. The first email we are going to send them is going to read something along the lines of, we're holding on to your cart, Black Friday's here, go get the deal. Black Friday is not going to last forever. Claim your spot before they're all gone. Essentially introducing the element of a quantity limitation, especially useful for courses and or physical products of which you may only have a certain quantity of spots and or items available. That's email number one. And then essentially we're progressively getting more aggressive with our phrasing and terminology. The second email, which goes out the day after, is essentially, again, getting a little bit more aggressive about defining the quantity limitation if you do have a quantity limitation. So in this example, our website is under siege because we're getting so much traffic because it's Black Friday, and that's awesome. We want to make sure that you get the spot that you're wanted, and if you're thinking about making a purchasing decision, it's probably better to make it sooner rather than later, is the idea of this particular email. And now you have a choice. You can continue to do those timed emails, which just go like, or based on the delay timer, so which happens a period after the initial action, which was they add to cart, but depending on how many you add, you can eventually just switch over into date defined emails or date defined timers. Once we get further into the month, these are going to be more effective, essentially defining the time limitation, because if someone enters the sequence, let's say now we're only 10 days into November, they still have 20 days to make a purchasing decision, especially, they're going to use that time if you have only a time quantity or a time limitation deal and not a quantity limitation. So these last three emails based on the last 3 days of the month are where you're going to have the most interaction, because of the fact that we're at the end of that time limitation. So your first email in the time limitation part of this funnel is essentially just going to be all about Black Friday's almost gone, 3 days left, the deal's not going to last forever, you only have so much time, get it before it's gone. And that is going to carry through each of the following emails, one on the 28th, one on the 29th, and then 1 or 2 on the 30th. The first one being a replication of the 29th, and then the last one ending with, it's like your very last chance. If you don't make a decision now, you're going to miss out, and that's going to suck, and we're not going to be able to help you until, I guess, Black Friday next year. And if you don't want to wait that long, a year is a long time, a lot can happen. Let's get the ball rolling now and see where things go. And that is the Black Friday cart recovery funnel. What you're going to do is as soon as you get this installed, you get all the emails written, you get it ready, you're going to go ahead and activate it. And then once it's activated, you are going to deactivate any existing or active cart recovery funnels that you might have. If you have kind of a persistent one that's year-round, go ahead and just mark that one as inactive and update it. It will stop anybody who's currently in it, and then you're going to go activate this one, and so that all new people or all new activity gets poured into this cart recovery funnel, which is dedicated to your Black Friday deal and making sure that there's consistency between the messaging that is on your website and the messaging that they're receiving in their inbox. What you don't want is if you have like a discount going out in your cart recovery that's different than the discount you're promoting on your website, that's problematic. So you want to make sure that the messaging that people are receiving is consistent. And that's why we have a specific Black Friday cart recovery sequence. Okay, I hope this helps. And I hope that this is going to be useful to you and your business. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to make this funnel that I've written here with some of the demo content shareable. So I'm going to copy the link for you. I'm pasting that in the chat. So anyone who wants to utilize this funnel exactly and this funnel template can go ahead and download that link in the comments or the comment thread of this live stream. So let's start wrapping it up. If you're watching this and you feel like you didn't get enough information or you didn't get to ask your question, we do have ways for you to get the answers that you need in order to move your business forward. Go to academy.groundhogg.io. We have free courses there. We have all of these office hours recordings and essentially just anything that you could possibly need in order to move forward in your business. If you're more of the business owner who likes to sit back, relax while somebody else does the work, we have that option too. We have trained certified partners within our network to implement Groundhogg and to provide you sound business advice. Go to our certified partner directory and you can find a partner in your area that is willing to help you. And as I had mentioned in the beginning of this call, our affiliate program has tons of new incentives for the remaining part of November. So for the next 20 days, you can sign up for a free affiliate account to earn 20% recurring referrals on anything that you sell during the month of November. Affiliate-area/registration to become an affiliate. If you're not following us, please start. We are on all major social media channels, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, handles for all of those at GroundhoggWP. If you have yet to leave a 5-star review for our product, I would be eternally grateful if you would take 3 minutes of your time to go to the WordPress.org plugins repository, and on our page, just take a few minutes to leave a 5-star review and let others know about your experience with our products and with our support and with office hours. I would be very, very, very grateful. If you have additional questions that you didn't get to ask on the stream for whatever reason, there are lots of ways for you to get answers to those questions. You can continue to comment on the stream. We'll be monitoring it. You can post in the Facebook group. That's exactly what the Facebook group is for. You can message us on our live chat. You can add us on Twitter, or you can send an email to info@groundhogg.io. I want to thank everyone for taking the last 40 minutes to spend some time with me and to learn. I really appreciate it. I know it's asking a lot of business owners to take time out of their day when when you're all very, very, very busy. So I just want to say I appreciate it. The next session of office hours will be a PM call, and it will be on November 17th, where we will be talking about selling to existing customers. I feel like existing customers are typically an underserved group during the Black Friday sales period, especially for products like software or courses where you kind of just like buy it and then guess what, you have the most expensive product. So we're going to be talking about strategies on how you can sell sell products, sell existing products that you have to your existing customers in order to capitalize on people who've already given you money. There's 3 ways to make money, get more customers, charge more, or sell more to your existing customers. And we're going to be talking about that. All right, I want to thank you everyone, and I hope everyone has a wonderful rest of their week.